Alrighty. So it's nice to meet you. I'm Kabila, the host, and I was telling DeAngelis that this is all about you all. And so good morning to everyone on Facebook. We're live on Facebook. So good morning to you all. We'll be getting started with the discussion shortly. We are just we don't want the people listening on air to miss out on too much of the discussion. But today, as you can see, we have some special guests. They are from the NEA Hard Knock Hawks. You recently had a fundraiser, but we'll talk about that, and then we'll get more into who the team is, how people can support you, and I'll do my best with the technical side to post pictures while we're talking. So if I get quiet, y'all keep talking and brag all about the team and what it's about, who can join, how to support, things of that nature. So if anyone else comes in, tell them to let me know. Well, you all let me know so I can let them in to the discussion. And we'll do introductions also once we get started here in a minute. So how's everybody feeling this morning? Good.
I'm tired, but I'm
tired.
Tired.
I just got off of work. Just got off.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you're probably ready to dive under the covers right about now. Well, thank you for being here with us to talk about the team. Are you one of the coaches, Mr. Marcus?
Yes, I'm actually one of the head coaches, one of many head coaches that we have. We got a great coaching staff.
Okay,
looking forward to.
I don't want to give away too much.
And Kravilla, can you check again right quick? Priscilla says she can't get in.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay, y'all. 10 seconds. So those of you on Facebook, give us a few moments. We're about to go live on air as well. So good morning and happy Tuesday to you, everyone. You're tuning in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I am joined by quite a few people here, so I'm going to let them do their individual introductions because I will mess it up. We are joined by members of the NEA Hard Knock Hawks team. Now, I keep wanting to say basketball, but it's not basketball, I don't think.
No, we are a youth football club and cheer club.
Okay, so we're going to start with who I see on my screen first, and it's ladies first. We're going to start with Miss DeAngelis.
Well, hey, how you doing, Miss Karela? Good morning. My name is DeAngelis Bullard, and I am the president of the NEA Hard Knock Hawks football/cheer organization for the 2021-2022 season. This is something new for us. We started this in November. I got with a few of, I guess we say mom friends, and our boys been playing football for a long time together. And we just wanted something new. We wanted something different. We have been to different teams before, and we just wanted to start something new for us. And so we got to talking and planning, and we started a committee. And with that committee we started putting candidates of who could be our head coaches or on our coaching staff. And the first person that came to our list was, of course, Marcus Brown. Marcus, of course, is a Arkansas native from Mariana. I'm gonna let Marcus explain more. We knew him, of course, from playing with ASU and playing NFL pro ball as well. It just happened out of the blue. I hit Marcus up, was like, hey, we have see if you wanted to coach for us. We talked it up, everything came together, and we just formed NEA Hawks in like a month. So after that, we hooked up with two more of my bros, Kobe Parker and Leo Glover, to the point that we were going to just have them in the NEA league, because we have a whole league now.
Oh,
To the
wow.
fact that we all joined together just to basically combine two teams into one. So NEA Hard Knock Hawks was established in November of 2020. And now it's 2021, and we're ready to get the ball rolling. We appreciate all the community work we've been, the community support that we be getting. We just want to branch out more and to let a lot of people know more about us and our organization.
All right, thank you. I want to say good morning to Adrian Everett, who's checking in. He says, "What's up, everyone? Keep up the good work with the football league." Thank you, Adrian.
Hi, bro. Good morning.
All right, so Mr. Marcus, and it's good to see another Mariana native. I'm class of 95. I don't know what year you came out, but
You from Mariana?
Yes, sir. So go ahead with your introduction.
Well, the boss lady pretty much summed it all up like she always does. He came to me, and I was just more than elated to be a part, because it's just the way all the visions that she had, and I always wanted to tap into sharing my gift with the youth, but I just didn't know how to go about it. But when she came to me, I was like, yeah, cool. I had originally helped out another team that was in Jonesboro, just testing the waters, and I liked it. But due to the fact that COVID came about, I had to back away from that. But it's been a real amazing ride. I done learned a lot indeed, as far as this whole the way AAU goes, and she motivates me a lot, and I really never have to worry about nothing other than coaching, because she pretty much handles everything, and that's great when you got somebody like that. So I'm just thankful and blessed to be a part of this team. Great leaders, and pretty much all the people that's in this organization, somewhere along the line, we're friends or best friends with one of our friends. So it's like one big circle. We all went to college together, and it's just, when I look around, I know all these faces. So I think it's going to be a good deal for these youth, and I'm so excited about teaching them the game of football, and as well as using the game of football to help them throughout their little lives, because a lot can be learned as far as mentally when you get those mental challenges through life, and you can relate back to football as far as tough times and picking yourself up when you're down, all that little small stuff that you can relate to life. So I'm excited.
Glad you brought that up. We'll definitely expound on that as we go further into our conversation. And we want to say good morning to Miss Linda Johnson Frazier, who says, "Hello, homie Mariana Trojan here also." So Trojan in the house. All right. Thank you. All right. So we also have some members of the team. How y'all doing? Corey,
I'm doing good. I'm doing
Priscilla.
good.
So we're going to start with Priscilla. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing good.
I'm
Actually, it's going to
sorry.
be my son, Michael Taylor. So whatever questions you have for him, you can go ahead and he's going to take over my screen.
And also, Miss Q, while Miss P trying to hide, she is also the treasurer of the NEA Hard Knock Hawks. So she plays a big role in this organization as well. So yes, she is she's a parent, but she's also a board member as well. So I don't want her to think that she's not in it either, because she is as well. So
all right. Well, we'll let the babies talk about. I want to hear, why did you all join the football team? And not because your parents made you, but you're like, what?
Corian, do you want to go first? Well, I wanted to join this team to experience more football players and like learn about the game of football.
Okay. And you, young man?
The reason why I wanted to play is because I just wanted to learn to like play football, like know different stuff and work harder and just getting out the house more and getting some fresh air, work harder and being out there in the world.
Okay. So tell everybody how old you gentlemen are.
Markel, you want to go first?
I'm 10. I'm turning 11 in January 19th.
Okay. So Mr. Markel is 10. And how old are you, Corian?
I'm 11. I'm turning 12 in March 28th.
So let me ask you all this. You know, I know you all are young, but you probably watch the news and see what's happening in the world. Do you feel that being a part of this team can help you stay out of trouble as well? Because it's easy to get in trouble, but being a part of the team, do you feel like it help you stay out of trouble?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I really think it like help us not get in trouble more.
Do you think it'll help you focus in school? Tell us about some things you learned during practice. I know it's a lot. I'm sorry. Just give us a little bit.
Well, I learned how to, like, the lowest defender, like, always win, how to stay low on defense and no plays.
Yeah.
Okay. Markel?
Basically, yeah, like what Corian said, just make sure you stay low, especially like when it's like when you want to get tackled, you gotta stay low. You gotta like stay low and go for their legs, basically.
All right, so take them up from the bottom. Okay. All righty, so we're gonna go back to the coaches and Miss Boss Lady, as y'all call her. So tell us more about, okay, the team is up and going. What does your roster look like? You know, not roster, your agenda, I should say. Practice time, meetings, you know, and then what are some other things that you try to instill in the children when you're meeting with them outside of just the practice plays?
Well, I'll go ahead and start first then with that. Let me just explain a little bit more too as well. With the NEA Hard Knock Hawks organization, dealing with the AAU rules and whatnot, it goes based off ages. So therefore, we have 3 age groups. We have a 8U, that's 7 and 8-year-olds, 10U, that's 9 and 10-year-olds, and a 12U, and that's 11 and 12-year-olds. And you have to be that age by August 1st of each year. So that's how our teams are set up. And like, you know, so Corian and Markel, they would be on 2 different teams because of their age difference. So basically right now, as far as us, we do like how a regular football team would do. We're in off season right now. So right now we are conditioning, you know, getting ready, you know, getting in shape to get ready for the season that starts in August. So right now we've been doing weekly practices. We do 4 days a week. And right now we understand, you know, it's summertime. COVID is just now lifting a little bit. So we know a lot of families are wanting to go on vacation. Our other players are doing baseball, basketball. But right now for our 12U, we have 18. 10U, we have 20, and 8U, we have 9, in which 8U is pretty much the struggle of starting the organization because, you know, they're getting ready to transition from flag football to tackle. So we are still recruiting more players, especially for our 8U to finish our season and whatnot. But as far as practices goes, like I said, we do weekly practices. And they know more than I'm sure just being a defender. You know, when we go out there every week, Miss Kavita, to practice, I don't like to miss a practice because I just love to see them practice and see them learn and to see them just do good because of the fact that we want to motivate them, we want to teach them, we want to strive them, we want to just keep them out of trouble. You know, we do keep them busy, true enough. We want to just see them do well. And that was another part of us and the moms doing this group because we wanted to see our children do well. We wanted to see children in the community do well because we're not turning down anyone. You know, we accept everyone and if they're willing to work hard and play hard, grades wise, we do want grades up. You know, we understand football is one thing, but homework, schoolwork, it's a priority as well. We will be doing more community work when all the guys are finally together. With the executive board, we have different roles, and out of those roles with our policies and procedures is dealing with education, community service, and just doing programs for these guys, keeping them together, keeping them bonded like a family.
Okay, so I have several pictures scrolling on the screen. So I want to also highlight that you all instill a sense of spirituality. You pray with the children. You offer a space for them to feel safe with you all before they jump right in to practice, or I'm presuming before and after practice. While you're in that space, do you allow them to talk about, some things that are going on in their lives that they feel they can't talk about with their parents?
Right now, one of our board members, his name go by Javon Long. He will be over our mentoring and talking with someone. I mean, of course, they can always come to us or their coaches and whatnot, but we will be having programs to let them know, hey, y'all are not in this alone. If y'all ever need any one of us to talk to, we're here. Sometimes I feel since they are young men, they would rather talk to a man. So we figured putting a man in that position and having these head coaches, we feel like our boys will have the best of the best for they can talk to any one of these men, from the coaches to the executive board, if they have any problems or whatnot.
Okay. Mr. Marcus, would you like to chime in?
Well, my big puzzle piece to this my little piece of the puzzle is that being a coach, you had an opportunity to teach, like I said earlier, them about life. And also, in the aspect of coaching, you're teaching them things that require them to work with others. And they build those friendships, and that's one of the key things that I remember from playing college ball, high school ball, is the bond and the friendships that you build. So not only could they talk to us as coaches, but they can talk amongst each other. And I always tell them that to motivate one another. When we're doing conditioning and we're running, you see somebody struggling, you motivate them, you go help them, you run with them. And all this stuff goes back to, if they struggling in school, they're getting bullied or somebody's picking, you go to them and be there for them, because you're forming that brotherhood as a team. So that's something I'm trying to build as coaches, me and Leo, is that team camaraderie and that brotherhood. And all the little stuff that they're gonna face later on in life, or the stuff that they face now, they have some shoulders to lean on. Not just one, they have plenty of shoulders to lean on and call on. So that's the biggest piece that I'm trying to add to this whole organization as far as being a coach. But like Dee said, they have learned a lot more than just staying low. But that's good though, fellas. You have to stay low. The low man always wins. But we haven't really got into the installation part of the process right now. We're doing just the conditioning, just to get them in shape, so that when we throw things at them like plays, they won't think about being tired. They're more so focused on what their job and what they're supposed to do. And I was telling them that it's hard to train anybody that's not in shape. So the key thing now is getting in shape, and maybe in a week or so, we'll put on helmets. And then after that, the next week, put on shoulder pads, slowly build them up and build their little bodies and mental up so they can get ready for August.
All right, so I want to hear from the young men. We have a few more minutes left in this segment. So when you're out there right now, you're getting in shape. Tell us what you're thinking about. Like, you've been in school all this time, and now it's like you're supposed to be enjoying your summer, which you can enjoy your summer, play football, but you're having exercise in a different way. What is that like? Markel?
Corian, you can go first. I'm still thinking.
Well, when I go on that field, I always think about how can I be a good player on that field, like to work harder, motivate my teammates, just everything.
Okay. All right. What does it feel like when you're working out? Like having to do specific workouts, for football or for your body or whatever. What is that like?
Well, it's basically like it's like you're getting better at it, and even though some people at the play at our group can like push it, but they're only gonna make us better and stronger. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I want to say good morning to Mr. Derek Coleman. He says, good morning. He says, my future. Yes, these young men are definitely our future, and it's up to us, the elders in this community, to put as much positivity and wisdom into them as we can in any form that looks like. And so I just want to say thank you to DeAngelis and Mr. Marcus and Leo and everyone else on the coaching staff and board for believing in these children and wanting to show them something different and better, give them another opportunity to be successful in life. And so when we come back, well, as we get ready to go to break, I want to talk a little bit about, how being a part of sports, and Mr. Marcus, where you come in, how being a part of sports is deeper and bigger than just playing on the field. And I know some of these children are younger and they may not get it right away, but over time it will start to sink in with them. So I just want to let everyone know, if you have any questions or comments, drop them on our Facebook Live feed. I'm sure the kids will be happy to hear from you. Give them some words of encouragement. I mean, it takes a lot to get outside of yourself and say, I'm going to be a part of a team. And we'll get the kids to talk about that a little bit more as well. And then of course we got to get to how can people support you, because it costs money to do things like this. And then we'll talk about the fees to join the team and things of that nature. So we're going to take a quick break from air, but we'll still be live on Facebook. So those of you listening, if you want to jump on Facebook and join the conversation, we promise not to leave you out of too much, but can't make too many promises. But anywho, you're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, and we'll be right back after these announcements. All right, so we are still live on Facebook. And so, Mr. Marcus, tell us a little more about, how being a part of a team is bigger than, or being a part of any sports is bigger than that.
Well, for a long time, Ms. Jones, football was my life. I dedicated my life to it, and so many resources and avenues and friendships made that will never be broken. I talked to guys still to this day that play in the NFL, like big name guys, Marshawn, Marcus Trufant, Lloyd Malloy. I still can reach out to these guys, and just like y'all was talking about, the young fellas come to us and asking us for help and want to talk to us. We do that as teammates, and a lot of guys that make it to the league, we all know that once you get that shield on your chest, you become a part of fraternity, and that's lifelong fraternity. So those friendships and bonds will never be broken. And as far as what I took from the game, it's just a consistent go hard mentality that I took. And that's in anything that I do. You can ask my wife, anytime I start something, whether it's putting the shelf together at the house, and she says it's time to eat, I won't stop until I'm finished. Or I fixing on the car, I stay in the garage all day until I finish. That's just my mindset. And I feel like it's nothing that I can't do. And I was talking to my son the other day, if you can think it, you can do it. If somebody next to you can do it, if you can learn from them, guess what? You can do it also. It's all about the knowledge. You have to get knowledge to do stuff. And if you don't get the knowledge, then 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be able to do it. But anything on this earth that you see a person do, you can do it. And that's what I want to install into these young fellas as well. There's nothing you can't do. Can't nobody tell you can't do nothing. I do not like the word can't, and they know this. I always say you can, and never stop moving. Ain't that right, fellas?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Never stop moving. As long as you keep pumping it and moving forward, you're gonna always get something positive out of it. So I really don't know what more you want me to dive into as far as what I took with football, but I can tell you it gave me a strong mindset to win and a strong mindset of knowing somewhat my purpose is and what God want me to do with my gift that He gave me. So that's what I took from it. Why it's way bigger than just football. So it's like a lifestyle now.
And what I also hear in there is discipline, because in order to be at the highest levels, when it comes to conditioning your body, being good at the plays, just being good at the overall game, you have to be disciplined and consistent. And so I'm sure, again, these young men will pick up on that as they age and as they continue in the program. So we're going to get ready to go back on air. Okay. And we're going to talk about more of the team. Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I'm your host, Kabila Jones. I'm joined by DeAngelis Bullard, Mr. Marcus Brown, Mr. Markel, and Mr. Corian. Thank you all so much for joining us this morning. They are members of the NEA Hard Knock Hawks football team. So let's talk about how people can join if they want their children to join, the cost involved, and then we'll get into some fundraising and how people can support, the community can support you overall. So who would like to, DeAngelis or?
I think Dee do a good job with that. She's still on here with that. We're doing our little iPad raffle. We still have tickets available. I think it's an awesome giveaway because the iPad, the pen, and the $100 Apple gift card is valued at like $1,200. And we have the opportunity to win all of that for $20. So a lot of people I know from back home, they just donated and they showed a lot of support when I went back home for Memorial Day weekend. And I appreciate you guys so much. And they continue to do their due diligence when I ask them for help or anything like that. So I appreciate it. And we as an organization appreciate it. But we got any more raffles coming up or anything like that? DeAngelis.
Did we lose D? If not, I can step in as the treasurer. I can give like the fees and how we accept the form of payments and everything. Yes. D, are you still on here?
Yeah, my bad. I didn't know I was on, but I'm on. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and talk me.
Oh, that's so Parrish.
Yes. So, as our president mentioned, my name is Priscilla Parrish, and I'm the treasurer for NEA Hard Knock Hawks. And this year, our registration fee is $250. And that fee is a breakdown because we need to know what's included in this fee. So for the AAU membership card, it's $16. For the Arkansas State ID card, it's $5. For the game fees, $20. The decals is $14. The uniform package, which includes your home jersey, away jersey, and pants, socks, shirt, and shorts, and a football bag. Unfortunately, rental equipment is not included in the registration fee. And overall, all of those fees that I just mentioned totals up to be $250. We do accept the form of payments, which is cash, Cash App, PayPal, and I know some people thinking, wow, $250 is a lot. And with AAU, we know if it's basketball or football, it comes with a fee, but we do offer payment arrangements. So again, we can't stress enough that we are willing to work with parents if they need any type of assistance. That's why we're doing a lot of fundraising to help assist, because we have siblings that play on this team as well. And again, we know that can be a lot coming, as a parent trying to pay these fees for different players playing on the team coming out of one household. So again, we are willing to work with you. And so as the president stated, we are recruiting for 8 youth, and I'm going to turn it back over to DeAngelis.
All right.
Well, Miss Priscilla, she really much explained it all. But true enough, with the registration fee, we did our best to cut as much as we can to make it reasonable for each family, for each child that is wanting to play, that is determined to play. And like I said, with their registration, it all goes to the child. Nothing comes to us. Like I say, we've been fundraising to make sure our kids don't have to pay extra, because with the NEA, well, let me go by saying we are the club, but we also have the NEA Premier Football League, which means it's 5 teams joined together to make one league. So we will be playing 4 other teams for the season in August, starting August. So with that, we have to pay the ref fees, location fees, if where we're playing, because it has been a hassle trying to find locations to play in Jonesboro, Arkansas right now. But us having to set up things, concession stand, whatever, it does cost. And like Marcus was saying, we have appreciated all the help. Anybody that has sponsored us, donated to us or anything, we appreciate it so much. And we're just going to keep going. Even when the season is over, we're going to keep going. This is an ongoing thing. We have a goal to keep this going as long as we can possibly go, because we still have younger children as well that we would like to play sports. And with the NEA Hard Knock Hawks, we want to make it bigger than just football and cheer. We want to do other sports as well to combine our club and make Northeast Arkansas sports great again. That's how I say. We have so much talent here in Northeast Arkansas, but we don't have some of the people that'll take us to the next level. So we're trying to basically gather our crew, another crew, come together as a unity and make it bigger than what it is. Like I say, pretty much like Priscilla said, with any help, we haven't turned away anybody, and we will not turn away anybody. We feel like we got to be a blessing to someone else as well as how others then blessed us. So with the fundraiser, this is our 3rd fundraiser. Our first fundraiser was the Super Bowl squares. They were our very first fundraiser. And if we would have had more players at that time, I think it would have been bigger. It was a success, but I think we would have had more players at that time because it was so quick and rushed, but we still came out and raised money with that to start us off. Our second fundraiser was a barbecue fundraiser because we had a spring clinic. We had a barbecue fundraiser, which my bro, Adrian Everett, provided the meat, and we cooked the sides, and that was a success. And now this is our 3rd fundraiser, of course, with the Apple products for this summer. We probably want to do another fundraiser until the fall, so we can make sure we get back to the importance of the guys, making sure they have everything. We get them ready for, uniform orders and everything. We got to make sure we just get back to our club. So right now, for our fundraiser for June 20th, the raffles are due June 19th for us to raffle on June 20th. So, yeah.
Okay. All righty. And just want to remind everyone of the ages again. There's 8U, which is 7 through 8. There's 10U, 9 through 10, and 12U, 11 through 12. And they must be that age for August the 1st. So August the 1st of 2021, they need to be in those age groups.
And a lot of people be confused with that, but I'm just saying if you have a 6-year-old, if he turns 7 before August 1st, then he can play. But if he turns 7 after August 1st, they cannot play. If you have a 12-year-old and they turn 13 before August 1st, they cannot play. But if they turn 13 after August 1st, they can play.
Okay. All righty. So if you have any questions about the age categories, how to join, there is a phone number. And I'll make sure to post these flyers on the KLEK social media pages so that everyone can be informed on how to join. And I wanted to say this earlier when Miss Priscilla was talking about the fees. Look at this as an investment in your child, because they could be doing something else that's not productive. And this is something that's productive because they're getting more than just football. They're getting more than just cheer. They're learning some life lessons, whether they know it or not. So Ms. D'Angelo, since you're a parent, tell us about what this means to you and your child, for you rather, and your child.
Well, I'm speaking for me, of course, because I'm not gonna speak for Corian because I don't know if we feel the same way sometimes. But at first, I wanted to see my child get better. I mean, I think that's what each parent will want for their child, to want to see their children play, because they know the potential that their child have, but they got to make sure the child wants that same thing. And sometimes it starts at home. You know, it's been times that Corian has been rejected from a team or not played because, you know, I guess he just, you know, he wasn't just there yet. So therefore, I started working with him at home. We started working extra. Like I said before, this even became what it is now. I was making him work at home, and we live in an apartment complex. So he's out there working on concrete, or whenever we can go to a field and work, or whenever we can go to the gym, because Corian plays multiple sports. So whatever it is, I'm making sure he's working. He's just staying busy. But now I feel like I don't even have to tell him much anymore now. At a point in time, I used to have to make him go and do this and do that, or do push-ups and everything. Now I don't even have to tell him. All I say, get ready to go to practice, and he's ready to go. He's getting out the door. He's not complaining as much anymore. So now I feel like I have done something right as a parent, because my child is ready to go work. He's ready to go work out. He's ready to go to practice. He's ready to go see his friends. He's ready to go see his coaches. So now I feel like we are in the right path. I think I made a right decision as well to just keep going and not quit, not give up.
Okay, thank you. We have a comment, well, several in the Facebook Live feed. Want to say good morning to Gwen Henderson, who's checking in all over Arizona, my sister. Thank you. And then Ms. Linda Johnson Frazier made a comment going back to something Mr. Marcus said earlier. She says, I tell my son to go even harder when someone says the word can't. So I'm happy that you all are taking the time out to put something, again, positive, inspirational, motivational, whatever other words you want to insert there, into these children. You're taking your time out because you could be doing something else as well. But you're taking your time out to give back to these children because they are our future. And we don't want to see any one of them lost, you know, to something negative. Because we know how easy it is to get caught up, not just in Jonesboro, but anywhere around the world. So I'm happy that you all are taking time out to pour something positive into these children. Do you feel that these children, it increases your relationship? It has improved on your relationship. I want to ask the kids this. Mr. Corian, do you feel like you can talk to your mom more or different about some things that may be bothering you with school or your friends?
Well, I could talk to her more because she's like the only person that I really tell things to her because she's my mother. Yeah. Now I feel like we got that relationship too. So yeah.
That's awesome. And Markel, are you still with us?
Yes.
Do you feel like being a part of the team, opening up with the coaches, it has helped your relationship with your mom or anyone else in your life?
Yeah, I really think it do, because like when I'm out on the field, helps me get into a relationship with my friends, make sure I'm communicating with them, and especially with the coaches too, and just making sure that I'm doing stuff right on the field and doing stuff right off the field and stuff like that.
Alrighty. And do you young men, do you challenge each other to be good, do good, not get in trouble at home so you don't have to get in trouble on the field and things like that?
Yes,
Try
ma'am,
my best.
Yes, ma'am, because the coaches, they want the best out of us, and we just want to push so we can get harder and be some in life.
That's awesome. Now, if y'all get in trouble off the field at home or at school, do you have to do extra workouts or do you face any kind of penalties when you do go to work out?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I'll say yes right now.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all know what not to do to not face those penalties. So
I don't
and maybe
even think they wanna. I don't even think they wanna really know what that is, though. Look, when I say they've been on their best behavior, I haven't had no trouble. I haven't had a parent come to me to say anything, So, and we've been working out since what's this, June? We've been working out since the end of April. So,
okay.
From the beginning of April till now is. We haven't heard nothing. And another thing too, I want to commend my boys. Look, I say my boys too because they all are ours too. We asked for a report card, because we, like I say, it's more than football. I'm very big on education. And that was my number one thing, to make sure our boys' grades are good. And we got like 15 report cards, and out of those 15 report cards, everybody had over a 3.2 GPA. And out of those 15, I think 5 or 6 had 4.0. So, like I say, education is going to be the key of our organization, because not only are we teaching them football, but Ms. Carvilla, we're getting them ready for junior high school.
Mm-hmm.
We know that you got to have over a 2.5 GPA to even receive a football scholarship, along with ACT scores or however they're changing it. But the thing is, I don't accept nothing lower than a 3.0.
I know that's right.
And I know I can't speak for everybody else's household, and I know we have an organization, but those grades gonna have to be right to play for the NEA Hard Knock Hawks.
Mm-hmm. So, you know what your kids are capable of.
Absolutely.
So why expect anything less from them?
I will not expect anything less but the best.
I know that's right. All right, Mr. Marcus, I know we've been taking over the conversation. Is there anything else you would like to add?
The good thing about the grades, Ms. Jones, for a coach that understands grades and how much they matter, is that when you have kids that's making those 3.2s, 4.0s, they are capable of learning and retaining information. Because in football, you have different plays, you have different positions, and you have to be able to retain information in order to be successful. So that makes me smile seeing all those kids bring their report cards and all these 3.0s and 4.0s. And I just think about, it's going to be so easy teaching them these plays, because I know they can retain information because they're tuned in at school. That's why they're making these A's and B's. So the game of football, I give them homework as far as the little workouts we do at home, as far as push-ups and all that stuff. But go in another phase where they have little take-home binders with the plays, where they have to fill in the little bubbles or draw lines to where they got to go. I want to make it just like school, and I know they'll enjoy it. If they can write it down on paper and then go out on the field and do it, it'd be more easy. So it's like doing it twice. You're doing it before you even ever step foot on the field. So that's something that I'm going to put into play by the end of next week, and they'll be getting graded on that as well. And it's up to the parents, make them sit down and go over these plays. And if they have any questions, they call the coach and explain exactly what this is, what that is. But yeah, my whole goal is to teach them the game of football the right way, and not just throw them out there and say, hey, you just go this way, you go that way, run fast, because that teaches them nothing, especially for these 12 users going up to junior high. You got to know the game of football in order to excel in the game of football, or any sport. You got to know the sport. But yeah, my goal is to teach them to be young students of the game, if that's possible.
Okay, I want to ask this real quick, and this Okay, I'm gonna tread lightly on this. When it comes to, some people see some sports as being, when it comes to masculinity, I'm just gonna just try to throw this out. How would you deal with your kids on the teams, when they come to you with their emotions? Like, will you allow, you know, we've seen so many bad stories of how things have been handled. And we know that being Black in this time and space is kind of difficult right now. And so, how will you help them work through their emotions, even though you got to get this play, we got a game, but now we have this thing to deal with.
Um, as far as the emotions are on the field or
I mean,
doing
just say
practices, though.
something happened at home, something happened at school, but now it's spilling over onto the field.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. For one, I would tell any player that's going through anything. I'm pretty sure the fans would know if they going through anything. To let us know, let the coaches know, so we can kind of understand if they have, like, if we're on the same page. If they have little temper tantrums or altercations or running mouth, talking back, and all that stuff, it always comes from a place. And most kids do that type of stuff when they're hurting some kind of way. So I'm the type of person, I got 3 of my own. So I experienced a lot with my son plays on the team as well. He plays for the team team. And he has a lot of concerns with me being the coach. And I think my expectation is way lower than what he thinks I have for him, because I just want him to be his best. But he pushes himself, and when I get on to him like I get on to all the other players, he kind of get a little bit down, as if he's failing me. But I gotta keep reminding him that being a coach and the kid on the team is extremely hard, but you still have to coach your kid the same way you coach all the kids. So I deal with that at practice. I deal with that at home. Talk about it on our ride back. Talk about what could we do better. He helps me out as far as, was that hard enough? Do you think y'all can do that? You think y'all can learn this? Like, yeah, I think we can get that. And that's good for me. He's helping me coach, little do you know. But yeah, as far as what they go through at home and the stuff they face out in this world, it has to be communicated and amongst the organization and coaches. Because I look at the NEA Hard Knocks as a family, and that's what I want to be, family oriented. So we all want to make family all we talk.
Okay.
That what you wanted to talk about, Ms. Jones.
Yes. And again, I know, I want people to understand, you're not just pushing these kids. You're not just pushing these. I'm gonna leave it alone. I can get a little passionate about certain things, and I have a child. I have a son. He's in his 20s now, but I know what it was like for him growing up and not having a lot of positive role models. And so I can speak from that perspective all day long. But anywho, we're going to move along, and want to say good morning to Mr. Henry Burrell from the Jonesboro Business Association, who says, "What's up, Marcus?" Thank you for checking in. And want to say good morning to Mrs. Clarice Scales. Thank you also for checking in. And we also want to let people know you have another way to support the team, another fundraiser that they have going on right now, which is these tickets. They're $20 a ticket. There are 200 available. So you want to snatch these up, go on and snatch these up. And they're for $1,200 value worth of Apple products. Was the gift card, iPad, things of that nature. So help the team and then get some gifts for yourself, get one of these tickets or several. It's an investment in our children, in our future. So the deadline is June 19th, which is Juneteenth. Y'all might need to come set up a table at Park Park so you can sell more tickets if you have some available. And the drawing will be on June the 20th. there are different ways you can pay for the tickets. Again, I'll post these flyers on the KLEK Facebook page. I just want to say thank you all so much for joining us this morning and sharing about your team. Thank you, young men, Mr. Markel and Corian, for joining us this morning. Thank you for getting up when you don't have to really be up when you're out of school. So we're gonna go into our very last segment, and you all can share some fun things you've learned so far about being on the team. All right. So welcome back to Community Conversations on KLK 102.5 FM. We're going to wrap up our discussion, and I'm going to turn it over to the young men and let them share anything else they want you to know, tell you how you can support them, plead for your support, whatever they want to share. So take it away, young men. Who wants to go first?
Corey, you can go first.
You always throwing him out there first. Corey.
Well, the thing is, all I want my teammates to do is just have fun, work hard, and be something in life. Because when we keep on encouraging our teammates, they could be something in life. Because some people, they don't encourage their teammates to be good at something. But if we encourage our teammates to do something better what they are right now, there'll be something in life, like be a famous basketball player, be in the NFL. But the coaches, they just want the better out the kids. So that's why, like, they're hard on them, everything. They want good grades out of them because they like student athletes.
Yeah. Well, thank you, darling. All right, Markel.
Just basically like what Corian said, the coaches, they want the best of us, and there's people out there in the world that wish they can be like us, and yeah, they're working hard to become like that. And people, they just want to become something in life, like an NBA player, NFL player, at least some in life. And just basically the coach want us to have good grades, just make sure that we get somewhere in life, and just yeah.
All right. And people, support these young babies. Support these children that are trying to do something positive in their lives. So, D'Angelo, let's go ahead and drop those different ways that people can support you all. And outside of fundraisers, can they just send you donations?
Yes, absolutely. You can donate 3 ways. We can always meet up, and a board member or our head coach will meet up. Just shout us out or call us. We have a cash app. It's $ NEA HK Hawks. And we have PayPal as well. It's PayPal.me/NEA HK Hawks. And like Kabila said, we thank you for the invite. We will be out Saturday. We will have a booth set up, and if you just want to just donate or buy a raffle, whichever you want to do, we will be appreciative of it. And thank you for helping our organization. You know, if you want to be a sponsor, if you want to help sponsor a child for their registration fee, you are more than welcome to do that. Any resources that can be thrown our way, we appreciate that. We just want to make this bigger than what it is. So any help, we're thankful for it. And I wanted to say this because I know they were saying the NFL or basketball players, but we have always talked them. You can be whatever you put your mindset to it. It's not always about being in the NFL or being in the NBA, because those those rates are not the highest. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I always tell them, we have to think other than sports. Yes, sports can get you the full ride scholarship, but we got to use full ride scholarship to become that doctor, that lawyer, or go into trade school, set up a business, or, you know, whatever you just put your mind to it. So like I say, this is going to be bigger than football. We're going to be teaching more. And like I say, and with the team that we have together, the organization, the board members to the coaches, I can't wait to when we all get together in effect after, you know, summer vacations and all that. when we get together and make this thing rock. Because our first game will be August 28th. So
Okay.
I think we're more waiting than the kids are, you know, whatnot. We will have our first jamboree August 14th in West Memphis, which you can follow us on our Facebook page as well, NEA Hard Knock Hawks. On Twitter and Instagram, we're getting those set up as well, but you will be able to find out all updates, scores, any type of events we have, just anything fundraisers or just whatever, you will be able to find all that on our pages. So if you can't get in contact with any one of us, you can definitely get in contact with us through our Facebook page. We have a media person on our executive board, Ms. Kenedra Phillips. She will definitely get to you as soon as possible, or somebody will. So it's always ways to connect to us, give to us, donate. And like I say, and we are a 501c3 non-organization. So we just be appreciative of everything that is given to us.
All right, so this is a way to give back to our community. People say all the time they want to give back, they want to do this, they want to do that. Here's your one way to support. If you don't have any children, you desire to have children, and you just want to support an organization, support this one, you know? So there's all types of ways that we can support our community, because these children, again, are our future. We hope that they live and work here at some point and raise their families here. And so
absolutely. And last on that, I wanted to say, like I say, I call them the dad club, you know. They help, you know, get their boys together. They help with the coaches talking, you know, making sure the boys are right, they are listening. We will be getting into our mom club, make sure our boys have their snacks, their potassium, Gatorades, water, each practice, you know, we make sure they have water, everything. Like I said, with the mentoring programs, education programs, community service, y'all will be seeing the NEA Hard Knock Hawks in Jonesboro, Arkansas. That's all I'm saying.
all right.
Like I say, the season starts August 28th. The only traveling we will do is Jonesboro, Marion, and Oakville. We will probably attend the state championship in Little Rock. That's late November, but we're going to reach out to everybody. We want everybody to support us. We want to see everybody come out and just watch these kids play to the best of their ability. So we will be playing from August all the way until November.
And I think it boosts the kids' spirits when they see their community come out and support them. Like, let's go.
Because a lot of us parents up here, we are not from Jonesboro. We're hours, our hometowns maybe 1 or 2 or 3 hours away. So it feels good to have those bonds with people that we have met over the years come and support our children, how we have friends like family that come support our children. So not only, like I say, it takes a village, Ms. King, it takes a village. So not only is it just about the kids, but it's just keeping us family bonded, keeping us together. Like I say, it'd be good to see Marcus's mom. She comes from Mariana from time to time to see, you know, her come and support her son, and she's just so genuine and loving. You know, she comes and speaks to us, and you know, and like I said, we have play uncles that come and support our children and whatnot. If they can't support, we're here. Here goes this. Go get some Gatorade or water or bananas, you know, or whatnot. So like I said, we're so supportive, you know what I mean? We're so appreciative of the support, and we're thankful for it. We really are.
All right. Well, you always have a space here.
Oh, exactly. Y'all never do us wrong.
So anytime I have something else going on, hit us up. I'm a big cheerleader for everybody and everything, and especially the babies. And because I'm a boy mom, I'm definitely a cheerleader for the boys. So I just want to say thank you all, and thank you again to the young men. Thank you to your parents. Thank you, Mr. Marcus. Thank you all for starting this. And so I wish you much luck in your season. Y'all young men, get on that field, play hard, win all your games, as many as possible. All right, so that's going to do it for today's community conversations. We're still live on Facebook, so any final words, 1 or 2 minutes from the young men or Mr. Marcus?
I want to tell all the guys, young fellas, any person that's getting into sports, college, high school, whatever. No matter what sport it is, it's always a process. And what I've seen just by getting into coaching, it excites me and it wakes me up. The football part of me, it wakes up. And I haven't, my wife will tell you, I talk about it all the time. I show her this, I show her that. Trying to think of ways that I can help improve their little skills or bring out their little skills. And when I see them do the smallest thing right or catch on to the smallest thing, it's like that. I'm overfilled with joy. It don't have to be anything big. I tell them all the time after practice, you're building your little foundation brick by brick. So everything you do, every little drill you do, you're just putting it in a bucket. And once you get all those pieces in the bucket, then watch your parents be wild. Then watch the community be wild. And it starts right here at this age. I wish I would have had this at this age. I grew up in Section 8, Hickey Garden Apartment, and we had the community. Everybody that lived in those projects, we basically helped each other grow. We raised each other. Everybody was family. The next door neighbor was your cousin, your auntie, the kids we all called each other cousins, even though we wasn't cousins, but we feel like family still to this day. And that's something I think about and how far I came from then to now in my mindset. It wasn't too much different back then. I always had the mindset that I could win, that I could do anything, because that's what my mom put in me. So I'm just passing on the gifts, and with Dee's help and her guidance, because she leads me a lot, and she gets on me a lot. A lot of people don't see how she talks to me sometimes, but it's acceptable, and I know she's coming from a good place, and she just wants me to do my best as a coach and help these kids and lead. So yeah, bit by bit, it's a process. You got to trust the process. And one of my key things, what I heard y'all hit on about, it takes a village. It's absolutely right. It takes a village, and it's all kinds of pieces to this puzzle. And once we all put them together, then see what. These are NEA Hard Knock Hawks trying to put a little football into something way greater than just football by bringing the community together.
That is so awesome. Thank you so much. I want to thank everyone. Thank everyone for joining our live and supporting these young people. Stay tuned to the Facebook, KLEK Facebook page for the flyers and information how you can support the team, and if you would like to sign your children up for the team. So this will do it for today's community conversations. Thank you all, and I hope you have a great and blessed day.